and all you people tuning in. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about being included. Now, how is that going to relate to your psychic senses? To me, when you are around others, especially when you feel included in that group, there's a shift in your vibration. There's an awakening, an opening, a sense of belonging. And it's not just because someone goes, hi, it's more a sense of being embraced. Now, the people that live over 100 years old, some of you know that they're living in what they call the blue zones. They live 100 or beyond. And the biggest thing of the top 10 of why they live that long is community. So I would suggest if you want to raise your vibration, go out in the world, go out into community somewhere, anywhere, even if you go to a mall. I used to want to be around children because I personally don't have children. I like children, but I never birthed any or adopted them. So I would go to a mall where they had the kids play area and I'd sit and watch them and talk to the mothers, and my heart would just open and open and open because I would be aware of the innocence. I mean, they're 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, a year. I mean, they were just so tiny and they were wiggling and squirming and running all over and giggling at nothing. I was looking at the structures. They're so plain and simple. There wasn't really much that I would be entertained by. But when they're that small, hey, they were getting a lot out of it. So it wasn't necessarily the children, it was the experience. So I want you to think about what would you like to do that you feel included. Now, I'm a single person that goes scuba diving, but I don't have a dive buddy. So when I go scuba diving, I usually go to a dive shop and ask what trips they have, and I'll go with them. I do have a few friends that dive, and occasionally I'll buddy up with them. But I feel included. We get a t-shirt, we usually stay at the same hotel, we usually go out for a whole week at a time. I get done and my heart's like wide open because I was included. No one asked me what I did for work. No one said, what's your education? They didn't question how much money I made per year. As long as I paid for the trip, they didn't care. It was all about scuba diving. So I want you to search for your tribe, those people out there, somebody, anybody that wants to include you, even if it's one other person. It doesn't have to be a support person, and I'm not talking about a therapist or a counselor or a coach. If they're your buddy, then I'd say, okay, that's your one person. But I feel like it's time to open up. I'm feeling some changes and shifts in the energy on the planet, and whew, I can't breathe it in quick enough because it's so exciting. And that's what I want to share with you today is when you feel included, your whole mental state changes. When I had my oxytocin levels for my hormones measured, they were somewhat low. I wouldn't say they were like minuscule, but the answer was to get a hug, hang out with people, um, make love to someone. I mean, they were all about touching and connecting and sharing. So you want your oxytocin levels to go up. You don't have to take a drug. The drug is life, other people. Just go out, do something. And I'd like to hear from you about it. So report back how your oxytocin levels rose and your inclusion and what you felt. How did you feel included? So I look forward to those comments. And if you want more information on how to do this, just send me a direct message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll talk to you real soon.